Hello, everyone. Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a review for Night Terrors, Night End #1. This is the finale for the summer event for DC Comics. Let's take a look at the creative team before we get into this book. So this book is written by Joshua Williamson with art by Howard Porter, returning from the opening one-shot for Night Terrors, Giuseppe Camuncoli, Stefano Nessi, and Trevor Hershine. So we have a full army of artists just to bring you all these nightmares to life. We also have colors by Ram Barreto, letters by Troy Peteri. Very interesting stuff. I think overall I've been satisfied with the Night Terrors event. We've had some really fun tie-in series. We've had some really fun events happen all throughout the series. So I think I was very excited for the conclusion of this. As I mentioned in my Batman, Catwoman, Gotham War review, make sure to read this prior to reading that book, because that book has a little bit of like a small spoiler for this, at least on the Batman side. So try to read those in order. So let me give you a quick synopsis and then we'll get into the review. Night Terrors finale, special oversized issue. Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, along with the DCU's other heroes, have escaped the Nightmare Realm, only to find the Nightmare League has followed them home. The entire world has become engulfed in horror, and the last person standing to take down insomnia is Deadman. But does he want to? And don't miss the exciting ending that continues the dawn of DC mystery that introduces a new character. I won't even tell you who it is. They have it in the synopsis. I won't even say it because I think it's a really fun reveal. So this book not only concludes this, but it also follows along a little thread that I think the seeds have been planted all throughout some of the series leading up to the next event. So that's really, really fun stuff. Let's take a look at some preview art here. Howard Porter coming back to do more Nightmare stuff is just an amazing choice. I think his style really lends itself to a book where at first glance everything looks kind of normal and matter of fact, but then as you look further into the details, like things are really weird and actually there's something wrong with everything here. And that's kind of what shows us here in these first few opening pages. I love this splash page of the family. Like, yeah, sure, everything's normal, except that, oh yeah, all the nightmares also crossed over. And this is what Insomnia wants. He wants people to be afraid of the Justice League. So we'll, stay tuned in this one to see if he succeeded and what happens. But this was a fun event. Like I said, I don't think it's been my favorite of everything they've done in 2023. It also felt weird. Like the summer feels like a weird place to drop something like this, but I'm sure DC has its own plans. My initial thought was that maybe they want the collection to drop by Halloween to have a horror book out in major retailers and stuff like that, but I don't know. That's just my speculation. But overall, I enjoyed this. Like, it was a fun. Some of the tie-in series were really fun. Some of the concepts that they presented, although they were inconsequential to the larger story, they were still really fun to explore. And I think they've really pushed some boundaries as to like what you can do with the DC universe when it comes to horror. Also putting at the forefront the characters like Deadman, and then Sandman, Wesley Dodds. Like, that's really cool. Like, I love that stuff. And then getting artists to create these nightmare versions of the Justice League and then bringing them to the real world. Like, at any point, these can be revisited, which is really cool. So yeah, I think overall this event did a lot more that I enjoyed, even though it wasn't perfect and it had a few flaws. But including the release, like, it was really weird that they wouldn't just do Night Terrors 1 through 6. They did like an opening one shot and then 4 issues and then this closing one shot, which makes sense commercially, but as a reader, it's so much of a pain in the butt, especially if you're not somebody that's plugged in week to week. So yeah, most of my complaints were not even about the story itself or the book. It was just more about how this was presented to the audience. So if you have read this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thank you for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye-bye.